So let's start with our centering practice. So if seated works for you, please do so. Always being reclined is an option as well, okay? So again, the reminder, the asana, this seat that we're in, can also be reclined. It is the container to support you in going within and really connecting with your true teacher, okay? So whatever that is for you, okay? And then taking a few moments here in whatever posture you've chosen, and maybe finding a little bit of a wiggle, a little bit of movement here, okay? I'm really into doing this practice, right, because it helps for me to release this need to be perfect or to do things correctly, and to allow my body to find its own alignment, its own strength, okay? So maybe find a little wiggle, particularly find that little movement of the skull on the top of the spine, right, the axis joint, okay? Let the jaw relax. Okay, and then bring your attention to whatever parts of your body are on the ground, on the floor. And really start to notice this relationship between the ground, the earth, and where it's at, right? And the pressure of your body on it, and how those two relate to each other. And notice how the more you allow yourself to surrender to gravity, to root down, you can rise up a little more. So whatever is upright, okay, so whether that's the spine or the top of the body, depending on your shape, feel how that relationship of the ground and the body pressing towards each other helps you to open up just a little bit, maybe a lot. Okay, and then within that stability, is there anywhere that you can soften? Maybe it's the forehead or the sides of the neck or the tops of the shoulders. Maybe it's the back of the ribs. Or the hips. And then bring your attention to your breath, please. Feel your inhale and your exhale moving through this clear channel you've created, right? From the nose, the mouth, throat, the chest, all the way down into the lungs, and then all the way down into the belly and the pelvic bowl. Find the parts in you that feel at ease. Find the parts in you that move smoothly and graciously with your inhale and your exhale. And then keeping the softness, the openness, the malleability of you in the periphery of your awareness, start to bring your attention down to whatever parts of you are connected to the earth, and then go deeper, like you're rooting down these energetic, imaginary roots that come out of the body, down through the foundation of the floor in which you sit, into the earth, all the way down into the center of the earth. Allow the roots to be whatever color they want to be if that shows up for you. Whatever shape they want to be if that shows up for you. But feel how they ground you. They connect you, they support you. Okay. We'll do a breathing release exercise, keeping this vision of the movement, openness of the body and the rootedness you've created, okay? Take a deep breath in, and I want you to inhale to the point where there's just a little bit of tension, right? So where you feel like, oh, I'm pretty full of air, right? So hold that. So really inhale. Hold it for a moment. And then as you exhale, feel that move through the roots, like you're releasing things down through the roots into the earth. Like, I'll just let her take it. She can take it, okay? And then inhale like you're pulling up white light, prana, nectar from those roots, from the earth into you as you expand again, really big, 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 until you get to that sweet tension, right? So you're still soft, but you can feel this edge in your inhale. Hold it for a moment. And then exhale again, release what doesn't serve you in this moment down into the earth through the roots. And trust that the earth can take it, okay? We'll do that 2 more times, please. So inhale like you're pulling white light prana up through the roots, up into your body. Feel it expand and permeate your being, and find the peak of your inhale. Find that sweet edge as you're full here. Hold for a moment. And then exhale, let it go. Let it go. 1 more time, please. Deep breath in. Really visualize that light permeating you as you inhale here. Feel yourself expand and get big. Hold that expansion, hold that sweet tension just for a moment. And then exhale, release. Let your breath come back to its normal pace. Notice what there is to notice. Okay, and then if you'd like to join, we'll tune in by chanting Om once. Take a deep breath in to chant. Okay. If your eyes are closed, please go ahead and open them. We're going to stay seated for just a little bit longer and move through a breathing meditation exercise here. So if you're laid down, come to seated. If you are still seated, you might shake the legs out for a moment, wiggle a little bit, and then come back to a seated shape. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of Kapalabhati, a little bit of breath of fire, right? And so this is a gentle class, so I want you to take it easy with that and just to review on what that is exactly, okay? So that is a direct inhale through it's an inhale, exhale through the nose. And the exhale is this forceful exhale using the abdominal muscles to shoot the air out the nose. Sometimes I think of like if you're blowing your nose, right? If this is a newer practice for you, you might even bring your hands to your belly, okay? The jaw and the face are nice and relaxed. And then you use the pressure of the abdomen to press the air out the nose. The inhale comes naturally. So we ask you to really focus on the exhale in this, okay? We're going to go nice and slow and steady with this exercise as we build just a little bit of heat in the abdomen, okay? So nice tall spine, shoulders are soft, hands on the belly or hands on the lap, depending on your preference here, okay? Take a deep breath in through the nose and a complete exhale out. Then you'll inhale about halfway and then begin. Nice and steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Bring your drishti, your gaze, to your third eye. So looking up and between the brows, lift the pelvic floor, keep the chest open and the jaw relaxed. Exhale, release. Take a few stirs of the rib cage to the left. So kind of like you created this fire and now we're kind of stoking and containing it. And then other direction. Good. Okay. Then come back to center. Soften the jaw, the sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders. And we'll do another round of breath of fire for just a little bit longer. Okay, so take a deep breath in. Clearing breath out. Inhale halfway and begin. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Find your root lock, so squeeze your pelvic floor. Bring the gaze up, so you're looking up between the eyebrows, like you're pulling all that heat up the spine. Exhale. Breathe naturally, and again, start to stir the ribs over the pelvis. So stir that heat up. If it feels exceptionally heating for you this morning, then maybe exhale out the mouth. Okay. Then switch direction of the circles, please. Okay. Then come back to center. And we'll do it one more time. Okay. So deep breath in. Clearing breath out. Inhale halfway. And begin. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Open chest, soft jaw, lift the pelvic floor. Find the peak of your inhale. Gaze comes up and between the brows. You're pulling prana up. Exhale. And again, stir it around. Stir the ribs. Stir the belly. Steady breath. And then switch direction, please. Good. Okay. Coming back to center, we're going to do a practice that's called Kumbhaka. Okay. So it's just an inhale retention, exhale retention with a pretty engaged drishti or gaze. Okay. So nice tall spine here. You're going to inhale through the nose. And as you do, again, it's just like we did with Kapalabhati. It's like you're pulling that prana up as you lift your pelvic floor, but then close your eyes but bring the drishti to the third eye. So we're going to inhale and hold the breath in, keeping that gaze nice and intentionally on the third eye where the eye is closed. Hold and stay. Then exhale, open the eyes and bring the gaze down the bridge of the nose like you're crossing your eyes, trying to look at the tip of the nose. At the end of the exhale, you'll hold this external retention and stay. Stay with it. Inhale through the nose, close the eyes, bring the drishti up to the third eye, lift the pelvic floor. Peak of the inhale, you're going to hold this. Drishti is closed but intently on the third eye. Lift the pelvic floor, stay, holding the breath. Exhale, open the eyes, bring the gaze down to the point of the nose. Hold the exhale, external retention, stay. Inhale, close the eyes, bring the drishti up to the third eye, pull up the pelvic floor. Hold the internal retention, hold the inhale, stay. Keep the gaze very diligently on the third eye with the eyes closed. Stay. Exhale, open the eyes, bring the gaze down to the point of the nose. End of the exhale, hold the exhale. Stay, diligently gazing at the tip of the nose. Couple more rounds. Inhale. Close the eyes, drishti to the third eye, lift the pelvic floor. Keep the peak of the inhale, hold here, stay. Stay soft yet focused. Stay. Exhale, open the eyes, come down to the tip of the nose. Hold the exhale out. Keep the chest open. Keep the face soft. Keep the gaze diligently on the tip of the nose. Stay. Stay. Inhale through the nose. Close the eyes, bring the drishti to the third eye, lift the pelvic floor, hold the internal retention. Hold if you can. Exhale, open the eyes, come down to the tip of the nose. Hold the exhale out. Good. And then inhale, release. Good. And then maybe a few more of those ribcage circles in one direction. But keeping the attention nice and inward, so that kriya is really powerful for pulling the attention inward for pratyahara, right? Switching the circle direction of the ribs. Good. Okay. And then come to center one more time, please. Take an exhale. Inhale, swoop your arms out and up. Big gesture here. Open, 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 open. Palms touch. Exhale, hands down your center line. Press the thumbs to the third eye, to the lips, and then to the chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. And then go ahead and open the eyes if they're closed again. Release the gesture of the hands and we'll make our way onto our backs. And as you go down, grab your strap, your blanket, your scarf, whatever you have. Okay, towel. And just kind of have it in reaching distance next to you as you come onto your backs. Okay, starting with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. And just rock the back of the head a few times side to side on the floor. And feel the weight of your brain inside your skull, like it's drifting back in space, right? So just feeling the mass of your brain. Okay. And then start to windshield wiper the knees to the right as the nose turns to the left. And then rock the knees to the left as the nose turns to the right. Finding some gentle twists here. Exhale as you twist. Inhale as you come through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. One more time each side, please. Good. Okay. Then come back to center here. And let's bring the arms into cactus shape. So the elbows will be the height of your shoulders. And the backs of the hands will come to the floor, if that feels okay. Or somewhere in that direction, okay? Now I want you to wriggle your shoulder blades underneath your back body. And really anchor down through the elbows with really wide fingers. Start to lift the hands off of the floor. Okay, so those robot arms, the fingers are pointing up. And then we're going to keep the backs of the shoulders pressed down into the floor and see how far they want to go when we press the palms of the hands towards the ground. And they may not go, like I don't think mine are going to make it. You're just kind of checking in on the range of motion here in the shoulder girdle, okay? And then as you inhale, bring the tips of the fingers up towards the ceiling and then bring the backs of the hands towards the floor. So we're just going to move back and forth in this gesture a few times. So lift the fingers up, big, broad palms of the hands. And then keeping the tops of the arms pressed into the floor, can you start to press your palms down towards the floor? Whew, okay. And then back up. And then backs of the hands towards the floor. Okay. And then back up. And then palms of the hands towards the floor. This is a fun one for me personally. You can gather a lot of information on what's going on with the shoulders and the chest. Right? So just doing this a few more times. You'll probably feel the shoulder blades, the scapulas, kind of pressing in different ways on the floor as you move here, which is also good information to have, okay? Maybe 2 more times. Good, okay. Then come back to center, shake the hands out, okay? And then we'll grab a hold of our strap or whatever we've got. I have a scarf, so whatever you've got, belt strap. We'll keep the knees bent here, and then we'll bring the right knee towards the chest and wrap your strap around the ball of your right foot. And then start to press that right foot up towards the sky, okay? As you do this, depending on the length of your prop, slide your hands down the length of your strap or prop so that the elbows can maybe connect with the floor so that the chest stays nice and open here, okay? And it's almost like you can steer the foot with the strap. So notice if you feel different sensations if you pull on the right side a little more, right? Which will tilt your foot, okay? Because you got muscles on the sides of your calves that actually connect to the bottom of your foot. So sometimes this is a neat way to access stretching different parts, okay? And then pulling on the left side and see maybe if you feel something different, if you start to tilt your foot towards the left a little bit. So, right, so pronation and supination of the foot. Okay, and just move back and forth here a few times. The knee on that right leg does not need to be locked out straight. You can have it kind of bent depending on the openness of your hamstrings here. Okay. And then doing your best to kind of find center, wherever that is in the foot, in the leg here. Notice if any tension has accumulated in the chest or the shoulders, and can you just soften here? Sometimes it's helpful to let the mouth hang open or to, just make a little noise. And then from here, I want you to just kind of find your edge, right, where you're feeling sensation and hang out in this shape. Notice what starts to come up for you, if anything. Okay. And then just like we did in our meditation, we're going to do a few of those inhale exhales, right? So visualizing roots coming out of your body in whatever parts are connected to the floor, okay? Then take a deep breath in till you're right at your edge of expansion with your inhale. And as you exhale, allow whatever tension you might be feeling to move through the roots connected to the earth and just release it into the earth. Softening the shoulders. Doing that 2 more times. So deep breath in. Hold that tension on the inhale just for a moment. And then exhale. Let it go. 1 more time, please. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay. Then take the straps into the right hand. And you might take the left hand onto your left hip for anchoring here. And slowly start to pull the leg out to the right. Till the foot either hits a wall, like it will in my position, or you find the edge of your stretch here, okay? And then on your inhale, start to pull that leg up towards center again. Switch the straps into the left hand, hook the right hand onto the right hip so the pelvis stays where it's at, and start to pull the leg to the left till maybe you start to feel an outer hip stretch or the IT band, right, on that the lateral side of the leg here. Then inhale, bring the leg up through center, switch the strap to the right hand and start to pull that leg to the right. So you're just gonna start to pendulum the leg from side to side here a few times, getting some mobility in the hip. And also gathering information, right? So, you might feel very different sensations as you move the leg. Use your breath to steady the movement. So maybe the inhale is the transition, the exhale is the deepening into the stretch. Good. One more time each side, please. Okay. I'll meet you back at center. Begin to walk your hands up your straps. So you're not rounding the shoulders forward, but the arms kind of start to straighten here. Okay, we'll bring a little core work into this. So take a deep breath in, broaden through the chest. And then as you exhale, keep the chest broad, but start to curl yourself up towards your leg and maybe tuck your chin. Press the belly button to the backbone. And then inhale, lower yourself back down. So we'll do this like, 5 times. Exhale, hollow out your belly, lift your head up, tuck your chin. Inhale, lower down. Can you get a little bit more alive with that right foot? So maybe curl the right toes towards your head. Exhale, lift the head, tuck the chin, keep the shoulders soft, please. Inhale, lower down. Okay, 2 more, exhale. Strong bellies. Inhale, lower down. 1 more, exhale. Good. Inhale, lower down. Okay. Now keep the leg upright, but release the strap from around the foot. Keep the low belly engaged and then slowly start to lower this right heel down towards the floor. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. And then keep that right leg nice and engaged and right until you feel the right heel touch the floor. Keep that engaged core and then drag that right knee back till you're back with both feet on the floor. Relax the belly and then windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Good. Okay. Come back to center. Grab your strap. Pull the left knee towards the chest, wrap the strap around the left foot, and then up we come. So pressing the sole of the left foot up towards the ceiling. Reminder, you don't have to lock this left leg out. I would actually prefer that you give it a little bit of bend here and work more into broadening through the sole of the left foot. So maybe spread the toes, and just like we did on the right side, pull a little bit on the left strap till you start to feel the foot tilt. Maybe you'll feel things move up the leg. You'll feel sensation. And then pull a little bit on the right side. Feel the foot tilt. Maybe you start to feel sensation in a different place in the legs. Okay. And then, you're just kind of steering it, right? Until you find what feels like a sweet spot for you. Drag your hands down the strap till maybe the elbows connect with the floor so the chest is nice and broad, and then let yourself come into this shape and just settle in and notice. If you are feeling any sort of muscular resistance, right, so maybe shaking or tension or whatever, can you just bear witness to it? Breathe into it. And then we'll take 3 of those breath cycles releasing, right? So again, visualize the roots coming out of your body into the earth. Take a deep breath in. Inhale as full as you can, feeling that nice sweet tension of the inhale. Hold it just for a moment like you're gathering up all of that tension, right? And then exhale, release it through the roots into the earth. 2 more times like that, please. Deep breath in. Get nice and big with your inhale. Lovingly gathering that tension, that resistance, and then exhale. Surrender it down. Beautiful. One more time, please. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Okay. Bring the straps into the left hand. Anchor the right hand onto the hip, and then slowly start to pull that left hip out to the side till you get to your edge here. A little bit of an engagement in the low belly to keep the low back safe. And then slowly lift that leg up towards center. Switch the straps into the right hand. Left hand comes to anchor that left hip down. We're not twisting here. We're more coming into an outer hip stretch, yeah? Pull to the right, good. Come up through center. Switch the straps. Left hand, open up to the side. Good. Find your breath here, right? So maybe you're exhaling transition. Inhale, stretch, or vice versa. Whichever works for you. Stay really curious. What are you feeling? What kind of thoughts are coming up? One more time each side, please. Okay, meet you back at center. Recommit to opening through the sole of that left foot. So really spread the toes wide, curl them down. And then walk your hands up your strap. So your hands are coming towards your foot, but the shoulders stay broad. Okay, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hollow out your belly, lift your head, tuck your chin. Good, inhale, come back down. Exhale, curl up. Soft throat. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, curl. Two more, inhale, come down. Exhale, curl up. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale, come back down. Okay. Release the strap from around the left foot, but keep the leg upright. Hollow out through the belly. Grow really long through that left leg, so it's like you're trying to pull the leg out of the socket, and then nice and steady, slow, start to lower this left heel down. So hollow out the belly. Keep this nice engagement in the pelvic floor as you slowly lower the left foot down. Strong bellies. Good. And then once that left heel taps, keep everything engaged, but start to drag the heel back. Da, 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 until you're back with both feet on the floor. Go ahead and relax. And then again, windshield wiper the knees, left to right. Maybe take a clearing breath. Nice. Okay. And then roll to one side. Press yourself up. And then come to a tabletop position, please. Good. Move intuitively in the shape. Good. Okay. And then we'll come to center and move through some cat-cows together here. So hands are underneath the shoulders, belly is engaged. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin and the tailbone. Feel the shoulder blades separate here. And then inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together as you extend the spine, the belly, press the chest forward and up. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Two more. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. One more. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come back to center. And then shift yourself back to child's pose, please. If it works in your body, the arms are long, right along the biceps along the ears. Hips are sinking towards the heels. Take a deep breath in, feel the back body expand. Exhale, feel yourself melt. Good. Then walk your hands to the left. Sink the hips down to the right. Find a nice side stretch here. Then start to walk your hands to the right. Sink the hips to the left. Side stretch here. Then come back up through center. Sink the hips back again. Then bring the palms of the hands together, right? So the pinky sides of the hands are down towards the floor. And then bend your elbows till the thumbs touch the back of the head, the neck, and walk your elbows forward just a bit here. And sink in, stretching through the shoulders. Then go ahead and release the bend of the elbows. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders and rise yourself back up to tabletop position, please. Okay. Hook the toes. Bend your elbows out so that they're like kind of charging towards the outer edges of your mat a little bit. So you feel your chest broaden. And then like your hands are on two jar lids, twist the right hand to the right, the left hand to the left as you wrap the triceps back and the pits of the elbows come forward. So we're really engaged through the shoulders here, shoulder blades. Press the skull back in space. So you're kind of feeling the chin tuck a bit here, but keep the crown of the head charging forward. Hollow out your belly. Lift your knees off the floor and then lift your hips up and back and come to downward facing dog, please. Keep that engagement in the shoulders that we cultivated in tabletop though, yeah? So keep wrapping the triceps back, nice and strong through the shoulders here. And then begin to pedal your feet back and forth, pressing one heel closer to the floor or after another. Keep the face relaxed, the jaw soft. Good. And then come to stillness, dynamic stillness in your down dog, right? So you're rooting down through the heels, the inner thighs are wrapping back and up. The hands are pressing down and forward as you wrap the triceps back, the head hangs. Take 3 deep breaths here. So inhale, 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 right to that peak of your inhale edge. Exhale like you can breathe out of your hands and your feet. And again, deep breath in. And out. One more inhale. And out. Then drag your gaze forward, bend your knees, and then tiptoe your feet to your hands and come to a fold at the front of your mat. Take a halfway lift on your inhale. Maybe the hands come to the calves here. And then fold on your exhale. Again, give the head a shake here if that feels okay. And then walk your hands up your legs till you're all the way upright standing. Couple shoulder rolls here. And then rotate the palms forward so the chest is nice and open and come into your Tadasana, your mountain pose here. Find that little sway. So kind of rock the weight forward and back in the feet. Feel the ankle joint movement. Feel the knees, the hips, the pelvis. Feel the sway of the spine. Notice the nose tracking your horizon. So feel all this mobility, malleability you have in your body here. Take an exhale, root down. Inhale, swoop your arms out and up, please. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, step your right foot back and bring your right knee down, please. Okay, so cushion the knee if you need to, so bring a blanket underneath it. We're gonna be here for a little bit. And you might prop the hands with something. You might put in blocks or whatever you got. I've seen cans. I've seen people use cans. So whatever you've got at home that might help to soften through the low back here. We're gonna move back and forth through the hips, okay? So inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, puff the chest forward and up. Get a little heavier in the hips. And then as you exhale, start to pull the hips back. You'll walk your hands back, roll over the left heel, sink the left hip back, get a little more alive with those left toes. Okay, and then slowly bend that left knee, press the chest forward and up, sink the hips. Maybe a little back bend here. Exhale back. Inhale forward and up. Steady breath. Exhale back. Inhale forward and up. 2 more times, please. Exhale back. Inhale forward and up. Feel the spine moving. Exhale back. Inhale forward. So we're in our lunge here. Okay. Anchor down through the right hand. So maybe widen it just a bit. So maybe the hand is like right at the edge of the mat. And then bring the left hand to the thigh, to the left thigh. Okay. So really stabilize the pelvis here. So pull your inner thighs towards each other and feel the pubic bone tuck up towards the low ribs. Then press your hand into your left thigh to steer the left shoulder to a twist. So from here you can stay, or if you want, the arm can start to follow and reach back behind you, that left arm. You don't have to, okay? Keeping the right knee down if that feels good for you, or lifting the right knee up if you want to build a little bit more heat, okay? Whatever you're up to here, again, please keep the inner thighs pulling towards each other and that little tilt of the pelvis, all the while keeping the neck and the shoulders soft. 2 breaths here. Inhale, big, big inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Slowly bring that left hand down to frame the left foot. Okay. And we'll step back to tabletop or plank. Okay. So knees are up or down here. Take a breath here, and then we'll lower down onto our bellies. So lowering through the knees, and then bending the elbows all the way down. Lift your right leg up, pull it back, and drift it down. Lift your left leg up, pull it back, drift it down. So you've got a little more spaciousness in the hips here. Hands underneath the shoulders. Keep that tuck of the pubic bone, so keep pressing the low back down here. Squeeze your shoulder blades, grow your neck longer. And then on your inhale, lift the chest up into cobra. Roll the pinky toes down towards the floor. And then if you want to, hover the hands off the floor as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Charge the chest forward. Breathe into the belly so much that it lifts you up. Exhale, release. Hook your toes. Press yourself up through your hands and knees, your plank, your downward facing dog. Steady breath. And then on your next exhale, tiptoe your feet to your hands and fold at the front of your mat. Good. Okay. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, broad low back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walk your hands up your legs, come to standing, shrug your shoulders up, back and down, rotate the palms forward, find your Tadasana, find your mountain, find that sway. Good. Exhale, root down through the feet. Inhale, swoop your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, please. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back and bring the left knee down. Support yourself however you need to here, right? So maybe props under hands, under knee. Then inhale, press the chest forward and up, sink into the hips. Exhale, pull the right hip back as you roll over that right heel, sink back into half split. Good. Inhale, bend the right knee, come forward and up. Exhale back. 2 more times. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back. 1 more. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back. Inhale forward into your lunge. Okay. Anchor through the left hand. So widen it just a bit here. Right hand comes to the right thigh. Inner thighs pull towards each other. Low belly lifts. Press the right hand into the thigh to steer the right shoulder. So you're getting this twist in the upper back while the low back is safe. And then if you want to, you can reach the right arm up towards the sky. You don't have to. And if you want to, you can lift the left knee off the floor, but you don't have to. So these are just the options here, okay? Right? Play with that balance of being really engaged but soft, right? Use the breath to help you with that. So steady inhale and exhale. Okay, deep breath in. Exhale, bring that right hand down. And then we're gonna step back to plank or to tabletop. Okay, whichever shape you choose, inhale, press the floor away from you. Find that rotation in the shoulders again. And then exhale, lower yourself down onto your belly. Settle down into it again. Lift and pull the legs back so you're nice and broad and long through the hips here. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift your pelvic floor till you feel the pelvis tilt. And then inhale, lift your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades. Maybe hover the hands off the floor. Rotate pinky toes down. Good. Breathe. Then lower down on your exhale. Tuck your toes. Press yourself up through your hands and knees. And back to downward facing dog, please. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, tiptoe your feet to your hands and come to a fold at the front of your mat, please. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale up to standing. And this time, as you come upright, squeeze the shoulder blades, arms come out. And up. Let the palms touch overhead and stay with the arms overhead. Bend your elbows till the thumbs come to the back of the head, maybe. Okay. Wrap the glutes down so you feel that pelvic tilt. Puff the chest forward and up and lean back into your hands a bit here. Maybe you press the hips forward if that feels safe. And then exhale, neutralize your spine. Bring your hands down your center line. So touch the thumbs to the third eye, the lips, and then to heart center. Then bring the hands down to the sides of the body and find that sway again. Yeah, so find that dynamic stability in your Tadasana. Okay. So we're gonna do kind of I think it's a funky movement, but it's kind of neat. Okay, so you're gonna have your feet about hips width apart. And you're going to take your hands into a fists. So the fists are like right in front of your eyes. Okay, so you've got your elbows bent. And what we're mindful not doing is rounding forward, right? So we're squeezing the shoulder blades just a bit. So we're upright here. And there's a soft bend in the knees and a hinge of the hips. And we're just going to start to pendulum from side to side. So this is like a really sneaky lateral core strengthener. So we're going to just pendulum swing, swing. And then what you're going to do here, it's just start to bend the knees more, come a little more into a squat as you continue to pendulum, and then come back upright as you continue to pendulum, okay? And we'll make this meditative by keeping the gaze very diligently on the fists and keeping the breath nice and steady as we move side to side for just a little bit. Nice work. Side to side. Right, so even though it's kind of, for me, it's a funky movement in my body, which requires a lot of engagement mentally and physically, can we still be pretty relaxed as we move from side to side? Nice. Just a few more. Soft jaw. Good. Okay, one more time. Down and up. Staying upright and allow that pendulum to slowly come to center. And then release the arms down the sides of the body. And then swing the arms from side to side. Just floppy spaghetti arms, okay? Till slowly that twisting action comes to center and the arms are by the sides of the body again. Good. Find that sway in your Tadasana. So find your dynamic stability here. Okay. We'll exhale to root down. Inhale, swoop the arms out and up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and step your right foot back and find warrior one. So right, that's on the right heel, bending into the left knee, coaxing the left hip back underneath you. Soften the shoulder blades down the back body. And then inhale, reach the arms out and up overhead and widen the arms about 60 degrees or more so you're really broad in this shape and the chest feels really open. Keep a gentle lift in the right foot arch, so plug down through the big toe mound and plug down through the outer edge of your right heel. Rotate your inner thighs back. Then exhale, bend your elbows into cactus arms as you squeeze your shoulder blades and puff your chest up. Exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Pivot onto the ball of that right foot and step back to plank with the knees up or down. Wrap the triceps back, inhale. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Lengthen the right leg back, the left leg back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift the chest. Maybe squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the hands off the floor. Exhale, release. Hook your toes. Press yourself up through tabletop. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, look forward. Feet to hands, fold at the front of your mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root down to rise your arms out and up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands down your center line. Thumbs touch the third eye, the lips, the heart. And then bring the hands to the sides of the body. Exhale here. Inhale, swoop the arms out and up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Step the left foot back. Find your warrior one on the other side, please. Good. Okay. Stable through the pelvis. Pull the inner thighs towards each other. Pubic bone up towards low ribs. Low ribs are gently cinched. Soft through the shoulders here. Inhale, reach your fingertips up and then open wide. Open nice and wide here. Feel the stability of your feet and your legs. Feel the softness of your throat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your arms into cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades, puff the chest forward and up. And then exhale, hands to the floor. Step back to plank. And then down to hands and knees. Good. Staying in tabletop position, take an exhale, round the spine, cat back. Inhale to extension. Exhale to round. Inhale to extension. Exhale to neutral spine. Root down through the left hand, float the right arm up into a twist. And then exhale, thread the needle. Back of that right hand slides behind the left arm, settling down onto the shoulder or a block here. And this left hand and arm can be used as traction or a kickstand to deepen the twist if you want. So keeping the left elbow bent, you might press the left hand down and see if you can twist a little deeper if that feels safe for you. Take an exhale. As you inhale, press into the left hand, reach the right arm up, coming out of that twist. Exhale, bring the right hand down, find your alignment in your tabletop again. One cat-cow, exhale, round the spine. Inhale, find extension. Exhale, come to neutral. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle other side. So left hand slides behind right arm. And then gently press the right hand down into the earth to maybe deepen the twist here. You might even gaze up towards the ceiling if that feels safe in the neck. So twisting in the neck here. Exhale. Inhale, press into the right hand, reach the left arm out and up, come out of that, thread the needle. And then exhale, come back to tabletop. Good. And then we'll cross our ankles, walk our hands back, roll over our shins, and extend ourselves into a seated position with the legs straight in front of us. Pull the flesh out from underneath your bum so the sits bones are nice and anchored here. Good. Okay, let's bend the right knee into the chest. Right, so we're here. Okay, and you're squeezing a bit here so that you're nice and open through the chest. Okay, and then I'll leave it up to you. So you can keep this foot right where it's at, or you can cross it over the thigh if this doesn't create any sort of pain and you're not like so cocked up off of your right hip that you can't sit anymore. Okay, so you're here or you're here. This left arm is going to reach up to grow length, and then wrap it around the right leg. Right arm will reach up for length, and then exhale, we'll twist to the right. So the right hand is pressing down into the earth to give us a little bit of traction to stay nice and tall here. And then as we exhale, contract your belly muscles and maybe twist a little bit more here, squeezing that right leg, getting nice into the hip here. Okay, and then on your inhale, we'll come out of the twist, reach both arms up towards the sky, and then exhale, bring both hands to the left side of the body, and just find a little bow, a little rounding to this left side a bit. Okay, come back through center. Okay, and then we'll just extend the right leg forward. Before we do the other side, come back a little bit, lean back, prop yourself with your arms so your hip flexors can relax, and then shake out the legs, like let them jiggle. Okay, then we'll walk the hands back towards our bodies so we're nice and tall here, and then bend the left knee towards the chest, squeeze it in so you're really encouraging this opening here, nice and long through the back body. And then, make a decision, right? So you're either going to cross over that right leg or you're going to keep the foot inside the thigh. Okay, the right arm is going to reach up for length, and then you're going to wrap it around the left leg. Then the left arm is going to reach up for length, and then we twist. So left hand behind the body. Then press your finger pads of that left hand into the earth to rise longer. And then exhale, twist to the left. Right, and you can deepen this by squeezing your leg. Good. The next inhale, we'll release the twist, both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the right side of the body, and just lean towards that right hip. Bow a little here to counter that twist. Come back up through center. Release the legs, shake them out. And then down we go onto our back. So just slowly rolling down your spine. Okay. Pull the knees in towards the chest, please. Rock from side to side a little bit here. Right, feeling that compression in the tops of the thighs and the hip flexors, but also in the low back and maybe the upper glutes, the upper butt, okay? And then we'll come into happy baby. So you'll pull the knees towards the armpits. Keep the low back and the sacrum and the pelvis on the ground and press the soles of the feet up towards the sky, okay? the hands will grab something. So it might be the thighs, the calves, the feet. What we're trying to avoid is the bum popping up, right? So if you feel that happening, I want you to just soften this. You don't have to be deep in the bend of the knees here, okay? And if it is too much having the soles of the feet pointing up towards the ceiling, then by all means, keep the knees just bent and squeeze into the knees, okay? So the goal for this variation of Balasana Happy Baby is to really open up the inner thighs and the groin. You might rock from side to side. Okay, and then if you've got the feet up towards the ceiling, go ahead and bend it so your heels are towards your thighs, and then narrow that stance, so bring the knees towards the chest again. Get a nice grip on your knees, like right where the kneecaps are. Relax everything from the belly button down, and then start to drop your feet towards the floor, but they'll hover because you're holding them with your hands and your arms. Give your hip flexors and your low belly permission to relax. Use the strength of your hands and your arms to hold your legs up. Take a deep breath into the low belly. And as you exhale, lower the feet down to the floor as you slide your hands up your thighs right to your hip creases, and then press the heels of your hands away from you till maybe you start to feel a stretch in the hips and the low belly. Keep the chest broad, keep the throat soft. Take one more breath here. Then slowly release the pressure of your hands off of your thighs. And we'll set up for Shavasana. So there's time, you might want to rock your knees from side to side a couple more times. You might want to grab a sweater or a drink of water or whatever you need to be comfy and cozy for your final relaxation, your Shavasana. Right, so you may have heard us yoga teachers talk about how Shavasana is the most important posture of the practice, right? I tend to veer away from like those kinds of grandiose umbrellaed sayings. However, it is extremely important, right? So this is your time and space to integrate everything that just happened. Your time to come back to your center. And to remember that you have this capacity to surrender, to let go, okay? So before you drift off, let's do 3 rounds of those releasing breaths one more time, okay? So again, feeling the weight of the body on the earth, visualizing these roots coming out of the body through the foundation of your floor into the earth. Then begin to inhale deeply, deeply inhale, expand, like all of your cells can inhale and expand till they're right at the edge of their fullness here, and hold there. Feel that tension for a moment. Exhale, release it all down through the roots into the earth. And then again, deep breath in, feel your cells expand. Exhale, release. One more, please. Inhale. Exhale, release. Gently bring your attention back into your body, please. And find your breath. And then begin to find a little bit of movement in your body. So maybe opening and closing the hands or wiggling your toes, finding a yawn. Slowly allowing that movement to grow. Till you start to bend your knees and roll to one side. Eventually coming back to a seated shape. So Pratyahara, can you keep the awareness, the attention, the intention inward? Be in your internal landscape. Rest in your true nature and your teacher. If you would like to join, we'll close by chanting Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Om. So please take a deep breath in to chant. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. May you remember your true nature, which is love, trust, and reasonless joy. And may you remember that you are strong and wise. Thank you for being you and for sharing it. Namaste.